I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to... It's the... Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
And this one has all of those big fight feet. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Can't find a home with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell for round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in time.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Good counter punching. That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Just misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Benavidez that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
He's a knockout without a doubt.
On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get sucked in. Make him fight, your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. And he fails to score with that left hook. They exchange punches. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. Catch and shoot. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes. Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the jab but does not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Benavidez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the... On to the fifth we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. That jab misses. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Under a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being used. They're the size of an average man.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. And he scores with the counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. A straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two.
Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He missed with that jab. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. Here comes round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight. Your
back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get him there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
himself out, though. These punches coming from every angle. Nice counter shot. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round.
Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here.
Round 8, and we're off again. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That jab doesn't find a home. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favourite and pickpocket them.
Which one of the... They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Beautiful counter punch. Missing with the hook. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision.